So I was just chilling, you feel me? And I was just on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, I was watching a little bit of 3-on-3 just to see what videos are out there. And that kind of motivated me to at least drop the video. At first, I wanted to live stream, but I was like, nah, I guess I'll just go ahead and drop a video. I did say I was gonna be consistent, or at least I'm gonna try my best to be a little more consistent. I mean, I do be busy, so please forgive me for that. But today's video is just me ranking the characters. But before we go on with this video, please, y'all know what to do. Sub to the channel and leave a like. I would truly appreciate it. Again, we close to 600 subs. Every 100 subs I do, every 100 subs I hit, I do a giveaway. So if y'all really want that giveaway, just give me to 600. But either way, let's begin this video. Now, at number one, as you can see, I got Ayla. Now, my personal opinion, again, some of y'all might disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine, but I have her at the number one spot. Now, I think her and Chloe are pretty much neck to neck, and it was hard to make the decision over both of them, but overall, I gave it to Ayla just because she has more skills, and her face guard is very useful. Now, granted, Chloe does have shadow still, but overall, I still would give it to Ayla, especially in certain situations, especially with her past, too. That's why I decided Ayla deserves that number one spot. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious, especially with those two being the best 2-point guards in the game. But I got Chloe at number two. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Ayla and her are the best point guards in the game. They're like the first choice options. You really don't see anybody really use the other point guards anymore. I mean, you will, obviously, but you mainly see Chloe and Ayla. But Ayla is the best shooting point guard. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Again, too, it's based off of price. It's based off of preference between her and Ayla, whoever you choose. And not only that, she has shadow still. So if you're one of those people who like to dribble, you also gotta watch out for that when you have a Chloe. So yeah, I got her as number two. I'm pretty sure it was pretty obvious though. So as a current ranking, Ayla is number one and Chloe is number two. This one might be a weird one, but I actually have Helena at number three, which might be surprising to a couple people. But I think Helena is actually a very good point guard. And not only that, I think she's very fun, and it takes a lot of skill to use Helena. So once you master her, she's very good. Now, she might not be the best offensive point guard, but she's still very good offensively. Again, personal opinion. Not only that, she's very strong defensively, and she can support your teammates too. So I got her at number three. Not only that, she's not that short for a point guard, so she's also very good to block jump shots occasionally, and she gives your teammates a little boost. Well, if you're running the dude character, at least, she gives them a little boost. So yeah, I have her at number three for point guards. This one was a little bit tougher for me to choose between her and Professor, but overall, if I really had to choose, I'm gonna go with Sydney. Now, granted, I do think they are neck to neck, but overall, I do think Sydney is better in most situations. Again, this is my personal opinion, but you just gotta look at the type of character Sydney is. Not only that, her moves like Burning Desire to Win, her success rate increases by a lot when she's down, and not only that, when she's going against the point guard, her success rate and her stats get higher. So I think Sydney's a very solid point guard. Not only that, she can shoot. She's a very solid defender too, at least when it comes to stealing the ball. The only thing that's kind of holding her back again is her height, but that really doesn't matter. If you're good at defense, then you're good at defense. So yeah, I got Sydney at number four for when it comes to point guards. I got Professor at number five. Now, there's nothing wrong with him. He's actually a very strong point guard, but all the point guards I said before him, I would choose before Professor, at least in some situations. But Professor is one of the few point guards I also like to play and have fun playing with Professor. Not only that, him being able to create space for himself and getting that extra boost when he dribbles, I think that's very cool. So again, Professor for me is number 5 when it comes to point guards. Now, personally, I do think Ginger is an underrated point guard, and not only that, she is one of my favorite point guards in the game. But I said I'm not going to be biased on this video. Either though, I personally threw her at number 6 just because her jump shot and a couple other reasons that I'll touch on in a quick second. But her jump shot, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just easy to block, so that's one thing. Another thing is she's short. There's nothing wrong with short characters in the game, but blocking freestyles with a short character is actually pretty challenging, and Ginger's case doesn't help it whatsoever. And not only that, her P5 move makes absolutely no sense. Her throwing lobs to a floater, I mean, it was a good idea, but the way they executed it was so wrong. So yeah, those are like the main reasons why I have her at number 6. Now, unless you really build Mika like crazy, I wouldn't really view her as the first scoring option. Not only that, for Mika to stride, you gotta have a good supporting cast around you. So this is why I really have her this low on the list. Now, I really think she's a very solid point guard. I do think she's underrated, but then again, she's really made just to support you out with passes. But regardless, Mika is a fun character, but I'll rate her number 7 out of all the point guards. For me, Pedro fell all the way down to the A spot. Now, personally, yeah, back in the day, Pedro was way stronger than what he's now. But the way they release point guards in today's era of 3-on-3, Pedro is just, he's not it anymore, at least in my eyes. Especially they took his uniqueness away from him. Now, what made Pedro so unique was he had shadow still. And yeah, if you seen the Pedro on the court, you'd be like, oh my gosh, let me hurry up and give up the ball so I don't get the ball stolen. But they also get out to Chloe. Now, granted, I do think his is way more effective than Chloe's, but either way, if you have somebody who could shoot half courts on a consistent basis while have shadow steals, I would for sure go with that character over somebody who's just known for stealing the ball and really doesn't provide your team with much offense. Now, again, you can build any character with ability cards, and if you really want to invest in that character and spend money, you can go ahead and go for it. But I really just don't see Pedro as a powerful character, especially with the way they've been nerfing him. I just don't think he's as good as he used to be, at least back in the days. Don't get me wrong, I'll never take his defense away from him. Bro's a very strong and reliable defender, but that's all he's really providing for you, especially if you take away the ability cards and the freestyles and the P-Plus like 3v ranked. In a situation like that, besides him giving you steals, I really don't see him doing much for your team. So that's why Pedro really fell down to the 8 spot for me. Now, I have Fox as the worst point guard in the game. Now, don't get me wrong, back when Fox came out, he had much more power than he had now. But he's also one of the many characters that got nerfed. At least his shooting got nerfed. Now, it really made no sense to me why they nerfed his shooting, but it is what it is at this point. There's no point in complaining about it. Now, the best thing about Lil Fox, I guess, is his blind defense. But again, they took his uniqueness away from him and gave it to Lou. I do think Lou's blind defense too is way more effective than Lil Fox's is. So that's another reason why I have him all the way at the end of the point guards. Not only that, his steals are 165. That's not bad, but on a point guard who's known for defense, I feel like it should have been at least a 178, but it is what it is. I was talking to my stream, y'all said it's fine where it's at, so I was just like, hey, y'all think it's fine, then hey. So yeah, I really don't think Lil Fox is, again, just like Pedro, I really don't think he's really providing much for your team. I mean, defensively, he's cool, I guess. At least his blind defense when it decides it wants to work. But other than that, he's not really doing much for your team. Not only that, the buff, I guess, that he gives to point guards is pretty decent. But that's all he's really providing for your team. I think right now, he's one of the many characters that's in the very, very weird spot. So that's why I got him so so low on this list, but pretty much that's where I decided to stop talking about the point guards. That's pretty much the gist of this video. Hope y'all enjoyed and hope y'all stayed through the video. Now, again, we're close to 600 subs. We're about 25 away, so I'll do another giveaway once we hit 600. So please just help me reach there, and thank y'all for your support. It really means a lot to me. Can't believe we're almost there. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.